Hello my students, I am Professor Chaitanya Sinha, right now presenting in front of you orientation of the course 210, that is Basics of Research. Here in this course you have to do a short research for 2 credits, that means 50 marks. Why you have to do it? Let's see. In your day-to-day working, when you will be a teacher, you will face a lot of problems. So it is very important that you identify those problems and also try to find out the solution scientifically. So to brush up your skills in this particular course has been devised. In this course, you have to do 2 things. First, you have to conduct a very short research, and secondly, you have to write a report based on that research which you will conduct. And your report will consist following points: identification of any educational problem, formulation of various solutions of that particular problem which you have identified. Then you have to select the most probable solution of that educational problem, and for that you have to make a tool for collection of data. After devising the tool for collection of data, you have to do data collection. Then you will do the data analysis of the collected data, and finally you will write all your findings in form of report. Now let's see what are the 2 steps you have to do. First part is proposal presentation. You have to identify a problem, and based on these following points, you have to write your proposal. First of all, when you find out an educational problem which is related to the teaching learning process, you ask your group in charge that if you can take it as an educational problem or not. Then after discussion with her, decide that if you can take that, and based on that you have to make a proposal. Proposal is nothing but the rough draft which gives an idea that how you are planning to go about your research. In this, it will consist first page. After first page, you will write the introduction or background of the problem. You can select any of the problem related to teaching learning. So every problem must have a background. Say you have discussed or you want to take that how social media is causing a negative impact on the students. So what will be the background of the study or problem is social media. And what will be the psychological base of study? That the students are losing their attention span due to social media, or they are not being very meticulous for studying. That will be the second thing. So that is the introduction, where you have to write this introduction about the topic, as well as if you can identify any psychological background of it, that is also. The third point includes statement of problem. With the help of your group in charge, you will write down the statement of problem for your topic. And in my coming videos related to this particular topic, I'll discuss about how to write statement of problem. Then you have to write about the need and importance of your study. What is the requirement that you are doing this study? So you might think that need and importance both sounds equal and both are same. But in terms of research, need means what I think as a researcher is the need of the topic. Why? What I think that this is important. And importance means when you will conduct this study, how it is going to benefit to others. So need is very personal thought, that why you think you are going to undertake this study, and importance is when you finish the study, how it is going to help the other people. So you have to write need and importance of your particular study. After that comes objectives. As you all know, you have already studied what objectives are. For every work we do, we have certain objectives. So to conduct your research also, you must have an objective, what you want to achieve. So you have to write those objectives. And I am sure, being a B.Ed student teacher, you all know how to write objective. Then you have to write the hypothesis. If you are doing experimental research, then you will write hypothesis. And if you are doing a survey, then you have to write research questions. In fourth point, it deals with methodology. So in actual methodology, you will write which type of research you are doing. For your standard or for this particular period, we have only two different types. Though there are several other types of research you can do, but for the ease of it, we have only kept experimental and survey. So you have to write what are the methods you are going to use. Okay. Then you have to specify the population, the target population who will be benefited by your research. And you cannot do your research with the entire big huge population. So you have to select certain people on which you will conduct your work, and your work will be followed or can be followed by the other population. So that selection of people is known as sample. So you will write what your sample is. Maybe 7th standard student, maybe 8th standard student, maybe parents, maybe the other teachers, whosoever. And also you have to write sampling technique. There are many which I will discuss in my forthcoming video. Next thing you have to do is, to do a research you need some data. And how will you collect it? Either you can use standardized tools which are available in the market, but it is sometimes very very costly, or it is not that cost effective for your standard, or sometimes it may not fulfill your work or your research. So the other way is that you can make or prepare your own data collection. And after that, whatever it is, say you are preparing questionnaire, or you are preparing an achievement test, or you are preparing an attitude scale, whatever it is, you have to write the name of it. And next is analysis. So there are different kind of inferential analysis techniques. You all have studied your statistics in first year. So you know that there are different techniques of analysis of data. But for the ease of it, here we are only asking you to do till mean. Okay, so mean you will do for experimental research, and for survey percentage will be the analysis technique. So that also you have to mention that which type of analysis technique you are going to use. After that, you have to prepare a flow chart of your procedure, and that what step is going to follow after what. And finally, timetable. How much time you require to all these things. For conduction of your research, you will get the entire internship period of 4 months. And before that, before going to your internship, your proposal must be ready, checked by your group in charge, and also you should have done the presentation in your group. This is the first part of the work. Now let's see the second part. The second part is report writing. So add on to your proposal. Now here let me tell you one thing. You will write your proposal in future tense. Since you are going to do it, so you will write your proposal in future tense. And for report writing, you have to use past tense. Remember this very clearly. So what all things you have to do in report? See, after the proposal, you will conduct your research, or your which type it may be experimental, may be survey during your internship period. After that, you will do data collection, you will do data analysis, tabulation, and and you will find the conclusion of your research. So everything you have to write down in your report. So the report will have following points. The first page, I will tell you how to make or how to write the first page in my next video. Then here you will write the introduction. Now my dear, during your work with this research, you will gain more knowledge about it. So whatever you might have written in your proposal can be lengthened in your report. So if it is in your proposal 1 page, so it can be easily of 2-3 pages for your report, because after conduction of the entire thing, or maybe reading more and more literature related to your study, you will gain more knowledge, and by using that knowledge you can write a very good introduction of your particular educational problem. Then again the same things you have to write in problem, statement of problem, need and importance, objective, hypothesis in case of experimental research, and research question in case of survey research. So this you will already do in proposal, and you will do it again in report writing. And same way methodology also, the same thing you will write down from your proposal. The fifth point is selection of appropriate tool and tool for which objective. Now there will be different objective to measure certain attributes. Say you want to check the effectiveness of a program. How will you check the effectiveness? You should know that if the scores are high or not, then only you can say that okay, my program, whatever I did, is better. So for which objective, which type of tool you are using, you have to write about it. And in sixth point, tool preparation, if you are making achievement test, you have to make blueprint. Actual procedure, here you will write in chart form that from what date to what date you did what, how much time you have taken to do the background study, how much time you have taken to develop the tool, how much time you have taken to develop the program, how much time you have taken to implement it, and then how much time and in which way you did it in data collection. So everything you have to write in a chart wise manner. After that, implementation and administration of data collection. Here you have to write about how you did the entire procedure and how you collected data from your respondents. Then after you will collect data, you will do the analysis, you will do the correction. Maybe if it is an achievement test, you will give marks to the students. So when you are giving marks to that student, that means you are doing the analysis, you will start doing the analysis, right? So you will do tabulation of your marks, whatever marks your sample might have got. Then those you will do analysis till mean in case of experiment and percentage in case of survey. So after tabulation you will do the analysis. After analysis, those things you need to represent in graphical form for your experimental research. If it is a pre-test, post-test design, then you can use bar graph. In case of survey, percentage is there, so you can use pie diagram. You can do graphical representation according to each question, or maybe according to maybe boys and girls, whatever your objective is. Say if you are checking something, some attribute, if it is different in boys or girls, so you can represent that in data. Likewise, whatever attributes are there, you can do multiple graphical representation of your data. And after that, you write the findings. Findings are the numerical interpretation of your numerical value, which you will get in your data. And in conclusion, then you will write, based on your findings, you will write your conclusion, that what are the different things you have got from your data. So you have to write all these things in your report. And next is the 12th point is annexure and evidences. Here in evidences, you have to put, say you have prepared a tool that maybe few pictures while conducting the lessons and all, one or two pictures. Then very importantly, all the answer script which you will collect from the student, you have to attach. If it is a pre-test, post-test design, then you will attach both pre-test and post-test. If it is a survey, all the papers, all the documents you have to attach with it. Okay, so that will be your evidence. And at the end, you have to present your entire work. You can make a PPT and do the presentation in front of your group in charge with your peer group members. Presentation is also very important, and I'll suggest make 4-5 slides for it and do the presentation. And for 14 point, it is your teacher's discretion that how much impressed he or she is with your work. So this is all about the two parts which you have to do in basics of research. I hope you have understood. I will be coming up with many more videos, maybe 2 or 1, I don't know yet. In those videos, I will tell you about the other aspects of research. As you all know, research is a very vast field. It is not possible to complete it in this short amount of time. Those who will take research as their optional, they will learn it in detail. But a very short overview of what research is and what are the types and different things related to your this particular course, I will be coming up with videos. Hope you have understood it. Thank you all.